Welcome to the grand finale of the Road to World Series as I competed last Tuesday at the 2024 World Powerlifting Championships in Lithuania. So in this episode, we're going to recap how the competition went. We're going to talk about what went well, what didn't go so well, and lastly, we're going to finish off with what is next for the future. So let's begin with squats. And honestly, I was most proud of squats because for those of you who've been following me for a while, you know, beginning of March, I had that nasty adductor injury and prep was tough. I'm going to tell you, there were some days where I wasn't even sure if I'll be able to get to a place where I'll be able to compete. So being able to squat 3 for 3 was honestly just amazing for me coming back from that injury. So here you can see my opener, which was 260 kilos, about 573 pounds, and it moved at the speed of light. I was shocked by how fast that moved. Next, for my second attempt, we jumped up 15 kilos to 275 kilos, which was about 606 pounds. It moved well as well, and in my head I was telling my coaches, let's go, let's put some weight on the bar, and we finished off with 285 kilos, which is equivalent to about 630 pounds. So this just about matched my comp PR, which I did at IPF. So I was very happy that I was able to just about match that comp PR. So we went 3 for 3 heading out of squats. I was feeling good, my body was feeling good, my energy levels were great, and I was excited going into bench.
Caffrey extremely strong in the squat and the deadlift and has labored hard to rise his bench press. Let's see where he takes it. It's easy work, 162.5.
Yeah, and just like his squat opener, very efficient, very easy.
Next was my second attempt where we jumped 7.5 kilos, and this also moved really well. And I honestly was hoping that we'd finish off a little bit higher with my last bench, which we did 175 kilos, which was 385 pounds. I was really hoping to finish off at 180 keys, which would be about 391 pounds, but it is what it is. On the bright side, you can see that I had lots of room left in the tank, which is, you know, going to be something that will help me moving into the next prep for my next competition. Now, deadlifts. My trusty deadlifts, my best lift of the 3. I was so excited going to deadlifts. I had so much energy because I didn't expend that much on my squats or bench, and I had one of the best preps for deadlifts that I ever had. So I was excited going to deads. But as soon as I started warming up for deads, that's when tragedy struck. My arms and hands started cramping like crazy. I could barely open my fingers. I had to get the therapist to peel my fingers open and massage my forearms in between attempts. I honestly didn't have to do a cut for this competition, and I was eating and drinking into the competition as well. So I'm not 100% sure what happened with the cramps because I haven't cramped this bad since Worlds 2021, which was the very last time I did a water cut. And that is actually one of the reasons I stopped doing water cuts. I do cramp normally, but it hasn't been this bad in a while. So it's something that we're going to have to dive into and figure out. We opened with 310 kilos, which is about 683 pounds. And as you can see in the video, it flew. It was really easy and it's a really comfortable weight. And then from there, jumped up to 337.5 kilos, which is 722 pounds. I normally take pretty big jumps on deads, and this is weight I've done so many times, which should have been no problem. But as you can see at the top, I just lost my grip from the cramps. I just could not hold on to the barbell. It was not an issue with strength, as you saw how fast that bar went up. And so unfortunately, we just retook that same weight and
4.
Yeah, retaking the same weight, and probably a smart idea based on what happened on his second.
Suffering from cramps, it's been an issue for him, and he dropped that weight in pain.
Here he comes, the crowd is behind him.
on through the pain.
On my third, I put everything I had left in me on the day, and I just wasn't able to lock out and ended up passing out. I was okay after that lift. Thanks a lot to the people who sent me kind messages after. And honestly, minus the first day where my memory was a little shot, I didn't have concussion symptoms the next days, and I checked with my doctor and everything was good and clear to continue training, which was good. So it was a really unfortunate ending to my meet. It was not how I want things to pan out, but sometimes you just got to deal with the cards you're dealt and figure out what happened and do better in the future. One of the really exciting things about this year's World Championships was it was a qualifying year for the 2025 World Games in China. So, and you had to finish top 3 in order to qualify. So that was one of my goals going in. So I was a little disappointed that I underperformed so much and wasn't able to get a qualifying spot. I did finish off the meet in 7th place out of 26 people. And as my coach says, you know, finishing 7th at the World Championships on a bad day isn't the worst thing. And there are definitely a lot of positives to take away from the meet, like how well my squat and bench move. And I'll just have to figure out the cramping and do better with my deads next time. Now, one little note about the strategy, a lot of people are asking me. Some people are saying, why did you go, you know, so conservative on bench and squats? So I did talk to the Team Canada coaches after, and they felt we're in a really good place number-wise with that 3rd squat and 3rd bench to kind of be able to pull into 3rd place. 1st and 2nd were a bit out of reach. Jurgens and Russ were just too far ahead. But knowing that Anna usually does the, you know, Hail Mary pull to pull for 1st place, there would have been a really good chance of pulling into 3rd if all things considered were going my way, which obviously you saw they didn't. But that was kind of a bit of insights into, you know, why we didn't go full out on the squats and bench. We were leaving some more room to have a really big pull for my 3rd deadlift. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I really appreciate all the support. So now that the World Championships is over, I actually have a really quick turnaround as I have nationals in September. So I'm going to have to recover really quick and get right back into prep. So for nationals in September, I'll be starting a brand new series, Road to Nationals 2024. And this will be the qualifiers for the World Championships next year in Germany. So fingers crossed, it's going to be an exciting one, and I'm going to do everything in my power to qualify. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Train hard, train smart, see results, get CAFIT. If there are any topics you want me to cover, let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you next time.